Hi there. It's just after Christmas. Hope everybody had a really good Christmas. I'm joined on my right by jolly old Saint Nick. I don't want to talk about my relationship with jolly old Saint Nick, but I want to talk about spiritual relationships today. And I'm not going to move my hands around all that much, or maybe I will. But I'm going to talk about jolly Saint Nick. And yeah, just a little bit off today. My son was up coughing and sick to his stomach last night. Didn't get really sick, but he couldn't sleep, and I thought he woke up at 5 this morning, but we were up at 3. So spirits got me going, and I'm alive, but I feel a little bit weird in my body. But all this energy is coming through, and I gotta get it out. And I want to talk about spiritual relationships because the energy is intense right now. This energy that is intense can be very challenging on relationships, close, intimate relationships, friendships, spiritual relationships. As we open up to our spirits, so much stuff can come out. If we start looking at our relationships through this anger, through sadness, through pain, through fear, and we start projecting that onto the other people that we're having relationships with, it can be kind of scary. It can be intense. We can want to run. We can run, and that's okay. We can do whatever we want. We can never do whatever we feel like doing. But I'm going to talk about it today. So yeah, just spiritually, they can be painful. You start opening up to people, start opening your heart, start bearing your soul. People are healing, they're growing, they're finding all these synchronicities in their life, and getting all these signs. And if it's new for people, it can be kind of scary. For me, getting these signs, having these really awesome spiritual experiences, they started happening a long time ago. But I want to share this about it, and this is really important. Is I kind of put that stuff all away when I started opening up about my feelings, about spirituality, about all these awesome synchronicities and stuff. I didn't have a lot of people. Well, I had some people around me, but not a lot. And I kind of kept it to myself. But also, when I would open up, sometimes people would call me weirdo or they call me crazy, and that really took its toll on me. It was really intense, and it was really kind of scary. It was kind of sad, and I kind of kept it to myself for a long time. I had a lot of magic happening. I'd still be very spiritual and pray and take time to go inwards and journal write, and magical things were happening, but not nearly as much because in so many ways I wasn't opening myself up to each moment, to the people in front of me, and I was conforming to fit into other people at work. I was fitting in, to family members or people around me, and lately just been guided just to be myself, just to be open, talk about spirits, talk about God, talk about my connection to the earth. And if people reject me, it's not really mine, that's theirs. It doesn't mean I don't care what other people think. I care. It's just I need to stand in my power and stand in love. And the other thing is, I want to talk about this today too, because sometimes, the way I communicate, I don't share through I don't have a really good memory for quotes. I just share through experience, through feeling, because that's, I'm a Cancer sign, so I'm kind of sensitive. And rising sign is like Leo or something. So I gotta come strong, or it's Gemini, or something like that. Anyway, there's Leo. I have Leo in me. It's really strong. I'm sensitive and strong. So that's me. I gotta come across that way. It feels natural. So I think it's really important for us to put ourselves out there naturally, from the heart, from our feelings, from our souls, who we are. And that who I am is not going to be who he is, but I can find my own voice and follow my own path and follow my own intuition. And that can be scary for me. That can be scary for some. And as just to go into relationships, into intimate relationships, as this time, it is intense, and the way I've been seeing it, it's like so much love is coming into the earth right now. It's coming into the earth, and it's coming up through our bodies. I see so many people, you see riots happening and wars happening. I just feel like this love is coming up through bodies right now, and it's healing people. It's bringing people's their greed out, or their anger out, and their aggression, and old, deep, hurt, painful stuff. So what comes to mind is there's a Pluto-Uranus square this month, and that's about revolution and all people's pain and old past traumas and hundreds of years of traumas or thousands of years of traumas that are stored in our bodies, stored in our cells, stored in our muscles, and it just wants to come out. So if you've been aching, or I've heard people are going for surgeries or going to the hospital, and these pains, if we're not processing the pains, I've seen people really close to me getting really sick. This stuff is coming out, but if we don't process it, if we don't feel it, if we don't feel our feelings, people can get really sick. So my hope is that people just feel and just let it go. You can ask God, you can ask the spirits, just guide for guidance. So we'll ask, we'll communicate, but I like to sit still. I like to journal, right? I like to sit, meditate and get still with my feelings, because I feel like spirit will ask spirit for help, but they'll communicate through our bodies, through the subtle vibration, through feelings. So we just feel it, whatever it is. And sometimes like we'll hear it in our ear or feel it in our body, and it's like, what is it saying? And sometimes we can't really understand at first. You just ask. Like, spirit, I'm hearing this buzzing in my ear. What is this? Or we're asking for help, but we don't really know how those messages come. So I feel it's really important for me to share this story or my experience, because I kept this all to myself. And a lot of times when this stuff was happening to me back in the 90s, I was sharing it to people that were like my guides and my, people like my what do you call them? Mentors. Yeah, some people call them gurus, but they weren't really my gurus. They were kind of like friends, but had gone through it, were a little bit ahead of me, down the path, had been on the path a little bit longer. And I would share it, and they wouldn't really explain it. So a lot of times, if I had these synchronicities or crazy visions or dreams, and I wouldn't really understand. So I just want to share as much as I see, as much of my experience as I see, because if it's happening to you, it's not, it might not be crazy. You might just be waking up. We were talking a lot about fifth dimensional reality. Like, what is fifth dimensional reality? In this reality, that we have our five senses. But in the fifth dimensional reality, there's unseen forces. When we pray to God, we pray to the spirits come in like vibration at a different level. We might feel it at that sense, but we might not see them. So I meditate just to get into a subtler vibration, to let go of the dense, as that light comes in from the earth, let go of the dense stuff, the anger, the fear, the sadness. And then you can hear and get that guidance and follow your intuition, and follow your bliss, to have an amazing life, and be like the person you signed up to be before, the spirit you signed up to be before you came into your body. I feel like now we don't have to ask for anything. And just give gratitude and just accept these feelings that come in, that God is speaking through all of us, and we each have a mission. It's in our blood, it's in our bones, it's in our heart. If we just listen to our heart and follow that intuition, we're being guided to what we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to help. It's like we're angels on earth. As strange as that might be, I'm still a human being, but it's like we're being angels on earth. We're going beyond this body and letting that spirit come through and help people. So yeah, just owning the power. Like, I'm an angel on earth. You're an angel on earth. It sounds strange, but whatever. Just owning whoever you are, whatever that vibration or that subtle spirit is telling you. Beyond the anger, beyond the fear. People are waking up. See people waking up to like spiritual abilities. They're healing this dark energy in their physical body. We have our physical body, we have our emotional body. When you let go of those emotions, the spirit body comes through. Our medicines, our power, whether it be through vibration, through words. I'm talking about vibration, I'm talking about spirits. Make me a little bit nervous. It's still in me, it still has to go. But yeah, people are waking up to their power. I think in the fifth dimensional reality, we have powers that we're connected to in the universe, in the earth, in the skies above, birds and animals that come through us. We can travel through different dimensions and help other people heal. I've been guided that way. So, yeah. So I was going through a lot of these emotions. Scared to tell the story, but I'm telling it. Because this happened to me, I'm sharing my experience. And it's happening to a lot of people, so I'm just going to put it out there. I was going through all this stuff and letting all this stuff go, and one night I was laying down, I couldn't sleep, and my vibration just came alive. Like, my energy in the body just came alive. My head was alive, my body was alive. I just felt my spirit start to spiral upwards, like that kundalini energy, and it was kind of coming up. It's like, okay, what's going on here? And it just shot out of my body. And I went up, and in an instant I was on like one of the stars in Orion's belt. And I was there, and I was like, I'd seen a video where somebody was talking about this previously. MacDougall was talking about this, and I thought, I'm going to the Galactic Federation, whatever that is. Like, I hear these people talking about this, like, I don't know what it is. I don't have any experience of that, or a little bit, but don't really know what it is. But I just see this man, and he gets me to sit in this chair, and he just starts working on me, like putting his hands over me or something, and he just starts firing up this energy in my chest. And it's like he's activating, my medicines, my power that are in my body, the feelings. And then in an instant, he like sent me out, and I was going to different people in the world, people I knew, but people that weren't asking me for help. And I was like, start like doctoring them or working on them, helping them heal. And that guide, he came in at one point, he said, look, I'm going to help you. It was like I was him, he was me. was craziness. Like I didn't understand. I was like rationally I could think about it, but spiritually I was just being guided, and he was telepathically speaking to me and sending this message out. So I was just working on people. And at one point I'm like, why am I working on these people? I know them, but they're not asking me for help. And the sense that I got from this guy, he's telepathically telling me this. It's like, this is what you're here to do, but these people are praying for help. They've been asking for help, for God, and I didn't even know they were praying. But this is what I'm being told. Like these people are asking for help. So you're here as, like on this earth, in that plane, but in this body here now to help these people. So I'm totally nervous telling this story. Holy man, because this has happened. It's new. And I think my nervous system, my body's not totally like embodied it yet. But, doctoring these people, and it's scary for some people. I tell the story, it's scary for people, or they think it's crazy or whatever. But whatever. I'm over it. I'm getting over it. So I'm sharing it. And I went to other people, just doctoring them, helping them, going in and just feeling what they're feeling, what's causing their pain, what's causing their suffering in their bodies. Because, if we're not processing our feelings, it'll manifest at the physical level. We're not accepting our spiritual, energetic energy that's coming through right now. We'll block it. It'll feel painful. If our mind's not accepting it, it'll create pain in our bodies. Just accept our bodies, accept our feelings, and just process them. We'll be guided in this really loving, light way. So, people around us, nervous. Maybe I'm just a little bit cold too. A little bit lack of sleep, it affects me. But running on fumes. So spiritual relationships, they will, as that anger is coming up, as that sadness is coming up, it's easy to fight with your partner. It's easy to fight with your friends. I think spiritual relationships, if we can just accept that we're all healing, we can accept that all this pain is coming up, and we just understand that everybody's got to go through the anger, everybody's got to go through the sadness and the shame and the pain, and we all have addictions, and we all have all this stuff that we can just stop fighting each other, or running from each other. Or we can fight or we can run. We have free will, we have choice. But if we can just stop, we can share with each other, we can help each other through this, or we can just do it ourselves. I'm talking about how men and women are different. We're having this conversation with a friend the other day. How women will want to come to men and talk to men and work it out, and men will want to go to their bear cave. I think we have to each honor each other's process. Whatever that process is, we all have choice in how we're gonna live and grow and heal. We all have that free will. We all have divine will in us. It's in our heart. If we listen to our heart and just allow this energy to flow, we just accept it. And I have a hard time accepting it, and it was building up in my chest. A couple of years ago, I was telling people, I felt like I was going to die, and now I just accept this feeling come through. And it's hard to talk about spirits or Palladians or traveling through space or going to different planets. But if that's your experience and it's real, and it's real, maybe you're not crazy. But just accepting it. So spiritual relationships, yeah. And people are suffering, they're alone, and going in a relationship can be very painful. It can expose our pains and all this stuff. So, spiritual relationships, my relationship with my wife, it came at a time just before I'd gone through a breakup, super painful, and been rejected, called a weirdo, called crazy, called all this stuff, and kind of shut myself down. I wasn't, decided to hide myself more, my spirit, that inner voice, and so I started working on myself, following the synchronicity, following the signs, let go of that hurt, let go of that pain, just put it out there to God, I surrender. I don't know if I'm going to be in a relationship, or I'm going to be a monk, or I'm going to go back to school for social work or whatever. I just knew I was there to serve, and I wanted to grow and evolve and be the best person I could be, live to full capacity, make this world the best place it could be, make my world the best place it could be. Start with that, and then trust that spirit would guide me to do whatever service I had to do. And then synchronistically, I just found my wife, and she lived right across the street from the girl that broke my heart. And there's so much more to that story, but I just want to share that. It's if we just do the work on ourselves and heal the pain, heal the rejection, just be ourselves, natural and authentic. We don't have to be loving. If we feel loving, but just be real, at least with ourselves, not always to others. As the confidence comes up, as your authenticity comes up, and you're being guided to come up, it gets easier and easier and easier. Some people, it won't be so easy to be authentic. They might think you're crazy or won't want to talk to you or make them uncomfortable. I guess we can't really make people anything if they feel uncomfortable. It's their stuff, but yeah. It's been challenging with me and my wife, but more and more we own it. And I've talked about this a lot before. It's about rising in love. We can all fall in love at first. We connect with people we love or spiritual like us. We can fall into the ditch, but can we rise out of the ditch? Falling in love into the ditch. Osho talks about this, rising in love. So there's lots of good books on spiritual relationships, but I haven't read them, but I've heard about them. But I'm sure they talk about this stuff. We can rise together. We can help one another. Heal our feelings, heal our pains, share stories, help each other grow, and make this world a better place. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Happy New Year's. So much love to you. I'm going to let this energy sink into my body and hope my nervous system catches up. So much love. Peace.